All right. Hi, you guys. Okay, I'm on time here for the second time. Hi, Muffin. Okay, what is that? Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, come on. My dog. My dog wants in. All right. Hi, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome to WCIA Network. Yes, this is why you have to get alerted. Hi, Muffin Top. See who else is coming on in. Fun day Monday. So I have interesting one for you tonight. I just can't seem to get off of this alley thing. I can't. I'm stuck on it, you guys. Hi, Just Mary. Hello, everyone listening from Columbus, Ohio. Um, something about this is just very wrong. And spiritually speaking, it's it's just uncomfortable. I see so many different people and personalities, right? Hi, I'm Bernie. And for those who don't know, my channel here, WCIA Network, everything I do and say, falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Everything is educational entertainment purposes only. And my main focus is the children and victims that have been touched by this darkness, and to bring them, a voice to the best of my ability to how I see it to be true. And I do that through what I see, what I hear, the information that has been gathered for the last so many years. And this gal, Allie Carter, has come up in multiple videos talking about Diddy and talking about really information that I've been bringing justice to the kids. I've been bringing this information up for 3.5 years, and I'm not really quite sure who's really doing the talking over here. I don't know who Allie Carter is, because every time there's a video, it doesn't seem to make a difference, especially coming from someone who says that they did what they've gone through. And when I watch it, I notice the things that I'm supposed to notice. And what I can tell you is every time I look at these photos and whenever I look at the information, yes, it tells me about the children, but it's not telling me the story as if it's coming from the point of view of the person speaking, if that makes sense. I feel as if there's some sort of deep fake here, or I feel as if there's bits of information that is being given, and we're seeing actual victims underground. I feel like I am seeing actual victims that are in these tunnels. And I don't feel as if it's Allie Carter. Like, I feel like someone is using her platform to show victims. And that's a pretty big statement. But I could only speak through spirit. I could only tell you what I believe is to be the truth. I see someone is playing games. I'm not saying Allie is. I see a victim here, you guys. So I see a victim, but I see different people. I see their lips change. I see Their teeth change. I see her nose changes. I see the shape of her face changes. Her hands, she shows the green strings. I mean, I know what I see. And if there's anyone out there that knows how to pull videos out and see what's going on with this, I think that it would be worth someone's time to do that, because these Ally Carter videos are showing victims underground. I don't believe what I'm watching to be true. I feel that someone, again, is playing fucking games. Playing games, you guys. Like here, let me brighten this one up. And I don't find it funny. I just want the people to know that are using Ally Carter's videos as a deep fucking fake. I don't find it funny. I find it pathetic. I find it disgusting. So whatever you think you're doing and you think that no one is fucking watching, I am. And if I am, that means all spirit world is. That means that you're not getting away with anything in the eyes of a spirit. And that comes back tenfold. These strings, these green strings, I've seen them before. I've seen them before. I call it mesh. So don't think for 1 second that no one is watching. I see you. I really wish I didn't fucking see you. But I do. You're using her channel. You're using this platform of a human. Oh, I see you. See those little deep fakes that slightly come through? You guys, look closely. Look. Do you see a white person's hand with a black finger? Oh yeah, you do. So what's going on here? What's going on here? Because whatever's going on here, no one seems to really give a shit. No one seems to give a shit. Actually, no one's even talking about you, and no one is talking about the children. Is that because most people think this is a bunch of crock of shit? This face changes, the teeth change, the eyes change, the nose changes, the structure of your face changes. Your hands, they're covered in Summer Moonwell's elements. Elements. Look at this finger. You guys, I'm showing you images from someone who's claiming to have been with Diddy and knows all this information and is just vomiting it out. Vomiting out the information. But yet, this is a white person's hand with that little black half a finger on top. Could someone explain this to me? What could this possibly be? What are we looking at? We're looking at deep fake, you guys. We're looking at a sliver of information that came through a frame. Is this going to be looked into? Is anyone going to look into this? Because the person on the left ain't the same person on the right. All of these people are not the same. Because the people that you're looking at in front of you absolutely is not all the same. You're telling me that this Allie Carter is the same as this Allie Carter? This Allie Carter is a little child. No bone structure. No cheeks. Different lips. Covered in elements. Wake up. Wake up. What's it going to take for someone to be like, oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of different. So what else? So pass the donuts. Allie Carter. Different teeth. Different mouth. Different fingers. Different color. For all we know, she is the same lady that's sitting next to her. Her quote-unquote mother. They sound the same. They say the same. They sound exactly the same. You have to ask yourself a few questions. Why hasn't anybody come to her and they haven't gotten the children? There's no discussion of the children. They haven't gone to get the children that she's talking about. Is it possible that this person isn't exactly who she says she is? Is it possible that this person doesn't exist? Because from where I am sitting and I am looking, I am telling the authorities that I don't know who she is, and I am not taking away anything that she has said. I believe there's a victim here. I believe there's a victim. But the victim doesn't have white hands and black hands. Who's the victim? Who is beneath the deep fake? Who's hiding? Are you hiding in the tunnels? Are you with the children? Are you playing a game? Are you playing a game? Are you one of the villains? And you think this is fucking hilarious? Do you think that this is funny? Because this cannot be. You understand? This cannot be. Your hands in all of your videos show the mesh. Shows the victim. This, my friends, I follow. I have been following these heart mesh pieces since Summer Moon Wells showed me them back in 2021. I have 900 plus videos that cover the mesh, the hearts, the elements. They're right here. Oh, and they're right here. They're right in Allie Carter's fingers. Does that still look like a green piece of string? Of course not. Because it never was. It's the white mesh that has those little hearts and whatever is dangling on these things. It's not the green string. The green string is the deep fake. Those are very important pieces that they hold. Those are very important elements. Shown and held since the day I met you guys on YouTube. It's called the mesh. It's the mesh. This girl is showing the fingers, showing all the different fingers. Held, she's holding them. Just like I show you guys in all my videos, just like I show you. Multiple fingers. No hand has as many fingers as she's holding. Look at the fingers. Look within the story. Look deep inside the story. Let me tell you something. Aaron Carter fell victim to the same thing. Fatty D Boomba. I love that name. Hi, Mary C. Bernie. Hi, you guys. Truth is in the rabbit hole. Nothing but love. Mary, I said hi. Muffin Top, are you back? Yeah, this here is speaking the children's story. And no one's coming. Nobody. Nobody wants to see the elements. No one wants to look within the deep fake. Oh no. They don't want to look at how the teeth and the mouth and the lips change. Totally different. From page to page, from frame to frame, the lips, the mouth, the fingers. You guys, her teeth and her lips here are so different. They're small. They're childlike. All of these videos show different faces. Who the fuck are you guys showing? Are you having fun and games with the victims? Do you think that this is a joke? I know lips, man. These lips are not the same as the lips to the left. They're not the same person. Not the same teeth. It was like Aaron was told someone, a group. It was so freaky because it was connected to Melbourne, Australia, where he filmed a video with Shaq. I met Aaron and his dad. Well, Let me tell you something. This is all connected. And I try to show information that why is Ellie, this is Diddy's face. I don't know. Yes, she is in these videos. Diddy's face appears. Someone is messing around because they're not the same person. So look in this video. Look what happens to her in the seat. Look at her hands. And that hand is hers. Those are white fingers. She's far from a white person, but maybe she really is. And the deep fake is Ellie. Because this doesn't jive. I don't buy it. You understand? This here is here. Supposed to be her hand. So now all of a sudden it's wrapped in a black thing? Listen to me. They're showing beneath the deep fake. They're showing video of the victims. They're showing video of the victims. Look at the nose. Look at this person's nose. Look at her mouth. Look at her hand. Take a moment and really look at what you're being shown. You guys, is anybody out there? Is anybody out there that gives a shit that she's showing this? Now, let me reword that. The person may not know what's being shown here because this is what's called a deep fake. I see the tunnels. I see horror. I see someone sitting in a machine like that. Beneath the deep fake is disgusting videos, and no one's stopping it. No one's stopping it. No one's even looking. I show it all day long. Blah, 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 blah. This is what I've been doing since June 16th, 2021. I'm not going to stop showing you shit that this person that looks like Diddy is holding in their hand. They're holding sacrifices. This person is holding disgusting shit. She is holding another human pieces of something. Human pieces in her hand. Look at the finger between the fingers. Look at the fingers between the fingers. Let me crop this. Crop and let me change the color. You know, it's very interesting. You have to say to yourself, like, for as long as this person has been showing this stuff, why isn't anyone cracking down on it? Why hasn't anyone cracked down on this information? That's a human hand. Take it or leave it. Whoever is within the deep fake of her videos, they're showing incredible information still being taken and filmed from the tunnels. This is from what this person is talking about. This is from the tunnels. So why is it that no authority has taken these videos? And you can't tell me that, hi Muffin Top, hi Lisa, nothing but love. You can't tell me that they can't figure this out. There's no way. They can figure out that these girls are different girls. And this person happens to be talking about a subject that's critical. Missing children. Sacrifices, underground tunnels, sex trafficking. She's talking about everything. But they're not all the same people. So if this video is showing multiple faces and layers of information, why haven't the authorities gotten in touch with this person? Merely just to be like, give me all your videos. Oh, she's in hiding? Oh, please. You guys, whatever is going on here is so much larger than just someone going on as a victim. These videos, what I see is the same thing that I have been seeing in other videos. I see sacrifice. I see manipulation. I see a tunnel. I see equipment. I see a crock of shit. I see that these videos are being used for communication to the people doing this. I don't just see her. I see within the video. Within the video. This person that you see, look deep within this smaller picture. I want you to focus in. Let me show you what I want you to focus in on. And you just put in little number 1 if you see what I'm saying. Let me try to change the color. That the person that I see, they're two different people here. Here we go. Here. Let me show you something. This person here, this is something in the mouth. This is the nose. This is the mouth with like something in their mouth. This is a person. This is another person. They're two different people, and their hands are intertwined. These are two different people. These are two humans, or maybe not humans, but they're together. Thank you for those ones. Now, you then see these faces, which are different from Allie's faces as well. Now, you may not see what I see. I'm telling you that they're showing very smoothly, very calmly. They're showing us bits and pieces as if no one is going to stop them. Like, the feeling I get is it's being shown like, whatever. No one's going to do anything. Like, you guys, I can't say this loud enough. That what's in the hands here is what's in the hands of every video that I have made, every video that I have shown. I have shown here's Benny. Whatever is in her hand is basically like the same thing that's here with Benny in his hand. These are pieces of equipment. They don't stop. And they just won't stop showing it. And especially if no one's going to do anything about this. What you're looking at is the mesh. I have it in this presentation, but this is the same mesh that I show you the Beast and Bun shows, the Kent family. It's this stuff. This is this. You guys. So if you all think you're so sneaky and so smart, you're not. Because what you're looking at here is what you're looking at here. It showed, they show it all the time. Do you understand that this is what was on Summer Moon Wells? This and this is all over Summer. What do you think is on her? It's called the mesh. This is the mesh. This is the mesh. So if they're going to try to show it, oh, let's just try to camouflage it, into the curly hair, and let's just try to camouflage it into all this stuff. Well, you could camouflage all you want. Doesn't matter to us. Because it's shown to us. Why? Because Summer Moon showed it to us 3+ years ago. For a reason. I kept this shit for a reason. First time I showed it was, I had no other. I'd be like, oh, this is the white mesh. And I was like, what the fuck is white mesh? Like, I didn't even know what it was. I just had to believe that this was of importance. Oh, well, it is, you guys. It is. And it's shown as often as they could show it. If you ever get opportunity to go into the smaller little frames, you got to look at the smaller frames and really look at the faces. They don't stay the same. So if the authorities really want to get down and dirty, Go into those smaller ones. Start picking them away. Start looking at them closely. And you tell me if that looks like she's pulling strings and doing whatever. No, those strings are surrounding her. They're surrounding her. These faces are not the same. They're babies. They're young. They're older. They're white. They're black. They're all different people. All different people. Why is it that people cannot see the hand and what they're holding, what she is holding in her hand? Why can't people notice that this video isn't what it appears to be? And these people know that no one's coming to their rescue. They know no one's coming to the children's rescue. I call bullshit on this person. I see a child. I see that you're playing a game. I see whoever is in here is playing a fucking game. Well, WCIA Network is not playing with you. We are playing against you. We are not here to play games with you. I am here to show people and educate people on what you are doing. To show people what they are to look at, what they're to look for. Educate. To educate them to look at the fingers. It's not real. You're playing a game. You're going to get burnt. You're going to get busted. We know what's in your mouth. We know what this is. It's the mesh I've been showing. Look at the fingers. Come clean, man. Do you know that this is on your channel? Do you know that people are talking about this? Maybe they're not talking about it. It's like this. I've been looking at this shit for way too long. Hands over hands over hands over hands. Faces over faces over faces. Eyeballs looking at me. Different eyeballs. Like it's nonsense. It's nonsense that whoever's doing this thinks that this could go on so much further than you have without people noticing. I'm going to keep showing it to people. You don't go from perfect teeth to smaller lips to big lips to horrible teeth. It's not a thing. You get it. It's not a thing. It's not something that we could do. You don't do this. The lips and the teeth and this change and that change. And then you have the mesh. And then you have that stuff that you're putting in your mouth. Do you know how many videos I have of the same dumbass shit coming out of your mouth? I could have showed it 3 years ago and been like, people would be like, what is it? Now, we know what it is. We see it. We see it now. So you just stop with the green string. Stop with what you're doing because we see it. This is like, it's wasting your time. People are being educated. People are being educated. What you are showing here is no different than what I showed in the slime video in 2024. The slime video had all the same pieces. These pieces. So whatever child was being shown what was going on in this slime video is basically like the same kind of a thing that you're showing me today. It's so frustrating that you think that everyone isn't paying attention. My question is, like, where are you? See these pieces, you guys? These are the pieces that they use. I don't know exactly what they are, but these are elements. This is the slime. And in the slime, see what's in her mouth? In the slime is where I see these mesh pieces and these little pieces. These little pieces. Just like what's here. This is the same as this. That's just supposed to be a piece of green string. It's not. It's this shit. It's this shit that turns red and bloody. This. And guess who shows it the best? Benny did. This. Benny showed this situation. This. This. These are situations that I showed long ago. There's a reason that the original Benny Keys is I call it the original because I see that there's another one just like him. These are called V's. These are the slime. You see, it's part of what's going on here. And this so-called alley is showing this stuff. The people in the beginning, for me, showed me everything that I needed. Benny Keys showed me the victims, showed me what I needed to watch for. All of these people, from day number 1, I am showing you all of these pieces. You see? You see this? This is Allie Carter. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. What you see here, this hand, this white hand with that red, is the same thing as her hand here. Nothing's changed. So when I say to you, oh, all this information was given to me way back, oh, it was. Way back then when I would talk about it and show you, it'd be like a little confusing because we didn't have history. We didn't have information. We didn't have this, the slime and showing this on a child's head over and over and over. So whatever Benny is doing here is what I'm showing you that Allie Carter is showing. See this 7? I showed you this 7 hanging in the video of that little girl that looks like summer. It's actually called Summertime. It's the exact 7. No one's doing anything about it. No one did anything about it then, and they're not doing anything about it now. Why? What are they afraid of? This small little element. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Boom. This little element right here. It's fucking huge. This is Summer Moonwell's missing children. This is what I'm showing you. This is what's on these goddamn fingers. I showed this long, long ago, you guys. Thanks to Benny Keys. All of the fingers I'm showing you here are the same damn fingers. Don't you think it's time that someone is like, hey, what the heck's going on? What? This speaks to me so loud. I'm taking a screenshot. This speaks. This here are the Summer Moonwell's children. Period. And whatever. If no one wants to do anything about it, we're just going to keep doing what we do. This here is equipment. This came from Check It TV. Check It TV. I don't know. Maybe no one really wants to care. This is just like what you saw here in the Idaho 4. The Idaho 4, they showed it. They showed their mesh. They showed it. They showed it. It's not funny, but it's right here. They showed it. That's it. This is what it is. That is that, actually. That's that. Told you this speaks to me. That's that thing. It's a pretty big piece of equipment. This speaks to me, man. Big time. And so does she. Because whoever is doing these deep fakes, whoever is doing this, isn't staying consistent. Don't use these green strings. We are so above and beyond that. We are so far from that it's insulting. It's insulting. 2222. It's insulting. These children, these Summer Moon Wells children, are all covered in the same thing. Look at them, you guys. How is it possible that these dots have not been connected? Why is it that these dots have not been connected? Why is it that nobody is watching, not observing? What I just showed you on Summer Moon is what Allie has in her hand. I mean, geez, forget the point. Don't even, looking at her eye is even interestingly enough, right? But here, what they're doing here is the mesh that is all over Summer. That's what her hand looks like. That. That's what her hand looks like. It's always been the mesh with hearts. Summer Moon Wells showed us the hearts and the mesh day number 1. That summer on the swing. That's not summer. Does that look like a summer on the swing? The one to the left, this child comes from, to the right, comes from one of those families I follow. See? See this? See the heart? You see this? All the way over to where her mom is supposed to be sitting. That's the equipment, you see. That's the heart. If I'm going to go over that video with you guys, this here is the eyeball with that thing in it. See what's in the eyeball? Look at this. And then there's the heart, the big heart that we all could see on Summer Moon Wells. Let me make this smaller, because this is very important, because she has this, what I call on the victim, and the victim is sitting where her mom's supposed to be sitting. Here, so there's the eye, that's in the eye. See that? Okay. This, so there's the hand with the equipment. And over here, let me show you. Over here is the heart on the string, on the mesh. You see? That's the equipment. Let's turn it upside down. That's the equipment in the fake car. This is the heart that I'm always talking about. Always, all victims have it. Summer Moon Wells has it. Tons and tons of them. That's what's on her poster. And that's what they're showing here. Summer Moon. Whoever is in this video is not only the victim, but there's someone in here that must acknowledge their religion, that must acknowledge their prayers, that must acknowledge the higher self. I see purpose in here, right in here. I beg the person that is in here to come forward, because I see you. I would love to interview you. I would enjoy it without judgment, because you are in here. You are in here. And you're hiding. You are hiding. You are hiding. And when you put these videos out, the dates are placed afterwards. When you say January 5th, 2025, that's placed in there. All of this stuff that you see on the necks is what I see on your neck. The fake skin, the fakeness. I see it on you. So whoever you are, or wherever you are, come on up. Come on up to my channel. Somebody's going to get you. Someone's going to get you. Or you may decide to go hide for the rest of your life. That would be a total mistake, and that would be total waste. That's your mesh, you guys, that she's holding on to. With all those different fingers. So we see you. Understand, we see you. You're not the same person. These videos are getting sloppy. What I see is this. I see exactly how I've seen it underground. You to me, you here, you're the same person as I see here. Same person. There's no difference. There's no difference between these pictures of these children and what I see in you. There's no difference in this as to what you're showing me. Because what's under the deep fake is exactly the same information. It's this. So you could put your face on any of this stuff, but all I see is this. You see, you guys, I see this stuff. I need you to pay attention right now to what I'm about to show you. Pay attention. This is actually very important. Extremely important. Just because I'm jumping onto another topic doesn't mean I'm forgetting about Allie Carter. I need to move on to this. Molly Golightly, your video. Molly Golightly. Your video had this person behind you at a party. This person I have seen before. I have pictures of this person. This person was connected to the death of the girl that was killed by the FedEx man. This person, I got these pictures from the person, was it him? Okay, this guy's name was brought up right before Brian Kohlberger. Brian Kohlberger's name was brought up with this other guy's name. White? Wait a minute. White, right? Shit. You guys, what was the guy's name of the FedEx guy? When Brian Kohlberger, when they were looking for him, they mentioned two guys' names. And I went to grab the information on the other guy's name. The other guy that they mentioned, this was the girlfriend or the wife. Okay, follow me. Her, Dylan White. Is it Dylan? Dylan J. White. Now, obviously, everything I say and do falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is all for educational entertainment purposes, and it's all for the sake of the missing children. I'm putting this out there because I see connection. Dylan J. White was the name that, does that say Tanner? No. Wait. White. Dylan J. White. Dylan J. White was a name that came out, okay, when Brian Kohlberger, when they said, no, we made a mistake, it was Brian Kohlberger, okay? This girl is the same fucking person as that's in, to me, it's the same person that's in Molly Golightly's video. And I see that video of hers is at one of these parties underground. That girl is in, stop it, is in Molly Golightly's video. This is the picture of Dylan White's wife. To me, they're the same person. When I saw that in Molly's video, I was like, wait, what? Her. Look, you guys. Isn't that the same person? Now, she looks like beat up or something to the left. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I don't know. I think they may have said, I don't know. I don't know if she's alive or not alive. I don't know. But I know her face because I have, wait, before I go on to this, I know her face. These are connections that I think are very important. Only because this guy's name was mentioned in the same breath as Brian Kohlberger. And I kept it. This chick. I have a whole video on this. This to me was very, very interesting. Wait, let me see, which one is that? So when you make this bigger, so let's make this bigger. This one's from Molly. And then this, let me crop it. Then this. It's freaky the same to me. It's freaky. Even this with this one. Like, what are the odds of those looking like so much the same? Yeah, Fender Farm. So I wanted to show you that, this here, and also in Molly's video, I wanted to show you something. So these here are supposed to be dolly visions. No joke. No joke. These are supposed to be dolly visions. And these are supposed to be Molly Golightly's. These aren't even supposed to, these two faces I wanted to show because they're not even supposed to be in Trisha's video at all. So the faces that I always keep with me are these, the ones that show up in Trisha's, and then and then Molly Golightly showed me this in her recent video. Which for some reason reminded me of whoever this dude is to the right. Even though that's Dolly Vision's video, that's not Dolly Vision's face, if that makes sense. You know, certain things get covered and shit happens, but this here this face with Molly, this is supposed to be Dolly, but I always bring together faces that remind me of each other. So this is supposed to be Dolly. It's not Dolly, right? Yeah, these are from her videos Go Harder. Look at her eyes. Like, it's freaky, right? But she shows a lot of information for me. As does Dolly. Dolly's face always changes. So I like to bring these kind of faces together. You know, pay attention to videos that you watch. Like this is the Beeston Bunch, and he shows the girl from Kylie's videos, her friend Sammy. That's Sammy to me in the Beeston Bunch video. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's her face. It's underneath, it's under the first layer. As these are. The Beeston Bunch, the Kent family shows that guy's face, as Benny shows the same face. So the Kent family, under their deepfake, shows the same face as Benny does under his deepfake. So these are the things that I just want you to know that I keep a file on. Like, I may have shown it before. I have a file of this. These are just faces that appear underneath different people's videos. So what I'm saying is this face here under Benny's, to me, let me crop this, to me is the same face that shows under the Kent family. Here. So both these faces shouldn't even be under anyone's video. But that's what's called deep fake. So if you could match A to A and B to B, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, then you get who this person might be. You know, you have to put these things together. I'm consistently going back to Molly. I'm consistently going back to Molly's information that brings me to the sacrifices. Molly is always bringing me back to Summer Moon Wells. Molly brings me back to her. No matter what channel she starts or what she shows, she is always showing the Summer Moon Wells elements to me. That is Molly, the same video that I showed you those people's faces in, as I'm showing you here. To me, she shows the sacrifice that was shown in Summer Moon Wells' video to the right. To the right is one of the videos that was shown before Summer went missing. It was in Candace's archives of videos on her Facebook. And to me, they're both showing a ritual, a sacrifice. To me, they're showing underground. They're showing what happens underground. I see on Molly, I see the mesh. I see the fish mesh. I see what was placed on Summer. I see that there's a connection. I see Summer. This mesh stuff that is on Molly's neck, all this mesh stuff, is what I'm talking about. That's Molly at her party. See the fingers? See the fingers over the fingers? Do you see what I'm showing you here? I'm showing you Ellie Carter. I'm showing you Summer Moon Wells. I'm showing you Benny Keys. I'm showing you all the same stuff that I show you, but I'm showing it to you from the creators that I first received it from. These are the mesh pieces. And most likely, if someone were to zoom in and do an amazing job on this, there's a name right here. There's a name. These are fishies. These are fish bones. This is here. Here's the mesh with the heart. I see this as the tunnel. The fingers. Everything that you see here is what was shown. Let me show you. Everything that you see in Molly Golightly's video is also what Summer Moon Wells showed in the beginning. It's all right here. And what I am trying to tell you, what I am trying to express to you, is that all of this, and these pieces, Molly Golightly's, this to me is what Ellie Carter is showing in her car with the mesh. with the hands. What she's showing here are the children's sacrifices. And because it's on her, I'm telling you that Allie Carter's videos are showing victims. Because I see this throughout Allie Carter's videos, I see the children. I see the children covered in this. The mesh, I don't know. The mesh is something that they use. It's part of, like, that Madeleine McCann had the mesh. It's white stuff. I don't know. But I'm trying to pull this all together to tell you that this here, this here are the same. Summer Moon Wells was covered in this stuff. That's what Summer was covered in. You know, we've seen a lot of pictures like this. We've seen Hunter with this. We've seen, let me get you Summer White. Summer Moon. Come on. Here we go. Summer Moon showed this information to me that's for another day. Summer Moon showed me this information as well as the Watts kids. This stuff is what I'm calling the mesh. That's Shanann. And it's just something that it was one of the very, very, very first elements. This white mesh stuff. Okay? I need to find it on Summer. Here. This is one on their, this is on their necks. Here it is. Here's Summer in the bones. So this is Summer. This was one of her very last pictures. Summer is all wrapped up in this stuff. She showed this. There's the fishies. There's the fishies on the end of the, on the end of the pieces. And that's exactly what I just showed you Molly Golightly had all over her. They're the fishes. This stuff doesn't change. Like I said, I've had this storyboard for a very long time. These babies that you see that are born, on these channels, and they show babies that look like this, that's not normal. It's not normal. These aren't normal. You guys, these aren't normal. And I could keep showing them. This here is where I told them to dig, 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 dig. Dig. Why is it that we could have a picture? This is my last thing I'm going over. This is everything that I'm talking about. Let me just back up for a second. Everything that I'm talking about, all the way back to the beginning, where does these things go? Why are they doing this? I have my philosophy, and I say it's because of the resurrection. And I believe that they are putting these bodies or whatever they're doing back into the ground, back into the earth, back into wherever. And when I saw Don Wells showing these pictures, for all we know, this is across the fucking world and it's not in his backyard. But the fact being that he showed this, there should be someone who should have investigated this. Because when we first saw his house, we never saw that there was a house underneath a house. Like, this is weird. There's things like this, like when you saw the Wells houses, you saw that Wells were putting on these additions, and I said it's on an angle. There's something that's going on underneath the house. This is on an angle. Follow me. This is supposed to be the foundation. Why is it that this is all open? You see this? This is open. This is open area. Take this board away and it's open. They didn't fill that, see? You see this? What's with the weeds? Then all of a sudden the weeds were gone. You guys, there's a situation that no one looked into. They built this on an angle. When you're putting on a foundation, this shouldn't be open. It goes under the house. They left it open. You see, something was built under there. When I see these weeds, and I saw this in these guys' video, I simply was placing Summer Moon Wells in the bushes, in the leaves. Summer from the beginning, for those who weren't here, always told us she was in the leaves. Always. In the leaves, in the leaves, in the leaves. See this baby? See this baby? This is what I think they did to Summer. Why is it that no one will dig? Why? Why? Does this look like a normal foundation? It isn't. And why would you have a picture like this in your video? I kept it. This is what they showed under Grandis's RV. I'm going to keep showing you this. I see Summer. There is a situation that the Wells know about that have to do with this whole entire program, and no one is touching it. This here, this here, this, and this, and this, and this, as well as this, and that, and that, and that. All of this I'm showing you. All of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. Every freaking page that I just went through is all about the summer moon while missing children. Every one of them has the same story. Every one of them speaks the same language. Every one of them. Every one of them is asking for justice. Every one of these pictures, every one of these images tell the same story. They have the same elements. They have the same elements, no matter how you slice or dice it, no matter how you brighten it, darken it, whatever you want to do. You take this picture of this little child and you hone in to her hand, to her fingers. That right there is in every story. And Ellie Carter is telling the story with the same images. That right there is this. And this is exactly what the Idaho 4 had in their hand. And this is what Ellie Carter is showing in her hands. It's the same thing. Summer is the one who keeps showing it to us. Summer is the one who introduced every one of these elements to me in 2021. Here we are in 2025, and it still goes unnoticed. Unnoticed. How is that possible? That we're still at a location, in time that this, whatever the word is, that a picture like this doesn't get questioned. That that's her poster? No, you guys. It's not. That's her resurrection. That's her resurrection. That's what they look like when they're all finished. That's what they look like. This is how Molly Golightly shows them. This is the summer moon while missing children. This is their story. These are their elements. This is what brings them justice. This is what I talk about on my channel. This is what I do here. I try to educate and entertain under Section 101 of the Copyright Act 1976. It's to bring justice to the children It's not to bring YouTube channels acknowledgement. It's not to talk about them. But there's something going on that needs to be looked at. Ellie Carter needs to be looked at. Front and center are always the children. Front and center are the Summer Moon Wells victims. Not Ellie Carter. It's whoever is within her videos that are the victims. If she, in fact, is the victim, then may this bring her justice. But there's something within her videos that is no good. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. May justice come to the children real soon. And happy Monday night. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Muffin.